Tonight's headlines: Philippines suspends OFW deployment to Oman. Smuggled luxury cars destroyed. Department of Health eyes scrapping testing for vaccinated Pinoys abroad. Coronavirus cases in the country at 1,346,276. PNP to continue enforcing face shields policy. Habagat to bring isolated rain showers. Philippine stocks index slips anew. And investments in infrastructure needed. Good evening. Today is Friday, June 18, 2021. I am Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello III on Friday announced that the Philippine government has suspended the deployment of overseas Filipino workers to Oman amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Bello said such move was done based on the recommendation of the Department of Foreign Affairs after Oman banned entry of travelers from the Philippines. The Labor Secretary said that the POEA Governing Board had an emergency and they decided to follow the recommendation of the DFA to declare a temporary suspension of deployment of Filipinos in the said country. Oman is home to almost 200,000 Filipinos according to Bello, but the number does not include undocumented Filipinos. The Bureau of Customs destroyed 7 smuggled luxury cars, including a McLaren 620R locally valued at 33 million pesos at Port Area, Manila. Customs officials inspected the vehicles prior to the wrecking at the agency headquarters on Friday, and at the same time, 14 vehicles were also destroyed in the port of Cagayan de Oro. The documents allegedly did not declare the real brand and manufacturer of the cars, and the amount of tax to be paid is at least 35 to 40 million pesos, but because it was misdeclared, the importer only wants to pay 3 million pesos. According to BOC spokesman Vincent Maronilla, most of the destroyed vehicles entered the Philippines through misdeclaration, but they were broken when it came to X-ray inspection. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere announced on Friday that the Health Department has recommended the scrapping of the COVID-19 testing requirement for inbound Filipinos who were fully vaccinated abroad. Vergere clarified, however, that nothing is final yet as authorities study how to verify the vaccination status of incoming travelers. The government earlier shortened the mandatory quarantine period and removed the COVID-19 testing requirement for fully vaccinated individuals who got their shots. Under the revised guidelines, fully vaccinated incoming travelers will only need to quarantine for 7 days and will only be required to take a COVID-19 test if they manifest symptoms. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Iba ng panahon, dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy it sa centers, pati sa mga parties, may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayan.
long distance easy with the Mirage G4.
The Department of Health reported 6,833 confirmed coronavirus disease cases on Friday to bring the total number of infected in the country to 1,346,276, even as 5 laboratories failed to submit data on time. This brought the active cases to 61,776, and of the total, 92.2% are mild, 3.7% are asymptomatic, 1.7% are severe, and 1.2% are in critical condition. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 1,261,115 after 3,441 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll now stands at 23,385 following 110 fatalities recorded. Data from the DOH also showed that 59% of the intensive care unit beds nationwide are in use, while 37% of the mechanical ventilators are occupied. In other news, the Philippine National Police reiterated that it will continue enforcing the mandatory wearing of face shields as recommended by the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases. PNP Chief Police General Guillermo Elizar said violators should only be cautioned and reminded that there are still no guidelines that allow the public not to wear face shields amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Elizar also directed police personnel to refrain from imposing any sanctions on violators, adding that the PNP will wait for the issuance of new guidelines based on President Rodrigo Duterte's decision. To recall, Malacanang spokesperson Harry Roque said Duterte's statement made during a conversation with senators in Malacanang on Wednesday requiring the wearing of face shields only in hospitals is considered policy. State Weather Bureau Pagasa announced that partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms will prevail across the country due to the southwest monsoon or Habagat and localized thunderstorms. Pagasa's Friday afternoon forecast warned affected residents against possible flash floods or landslides due to severe thunderstorms. Meantime, the synoptic station at the Science Garden in Diliman, Quezon City recorded a minimum temperature of 26.3 degrees Celsius and a maximum temperature of 34 degrees Celsius. We'll pause for a short break. Stay with us.
That's it, never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap, it's a wrap. Just tap the app, now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the ring app, sir, the in thing, you know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use, mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now.
Download Globe at home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
In business, the Philippine Stock Exchange Index declined anew following hints from the Federal Reserve of an earlier than expected hike in rates. The main stocks index lost 36.54 points or 0.53% to 6,851.38 at the closing bell. The broader all shares gave up 18.06 points or 0.43% to 4,166.90. Hina Capital Development Corporation head of sales Luis Nimningan said that Philippine stocks posted another consecutive day of closing in the red following the Fed's latest policy update and the rebalancing of the FTSE. Volume totaled 2.25 billion shares amounting to 9.8 billion pesos. Losers led gainers at 106 to 98 and 46 shares were unchanged. And the government investments in infrastructure projects are not purely on roads and bridges and airports, but also in other facilities that will help the Filipinos' daily lives amid the pandemic, according to Socio-Economic Planning Secretary Carl Kendrick Chua. Chua said the government has spent budget for health facilities, water, sanitation, flood control, and digital infrastructure like the national ID system. He added that aside from providing the much-needed infrastructure for Filipinos, the government's investment in the Build program will also generate more jobs. As of May 12, 2021, the government has 119 infrastructure flagship projects with a total value of 4.7 trillion pesos. 11 projects were already completed and 29 more are scheduled to be finished by the end of 2022. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition and press reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarcito emoticons are also available in our community Viber. Just visit the sticker store and search for Katribu. Before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store and the Araneta City for their continued support. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Every time I'm on the road, I can expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. Now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Hatch something big. The all-new Honda City hatchback with 4 seating modes. Utility mode, long mode, tall mode, refresh mode. The all-new City Hatchback. Hatch more life